Hello, I'm Andrew and welcome to a tutorial video on how to do a composite. I'm not going to run through an entire composite start to finish, as that is way too much to do in one video. Instead, I'm going to break it down into small parts and cover each bit individually. Today I'm going to run through the first major part of any composite, which is taking your base photo and cutting out the subject. And to start off with, we have here Boba Fett, and I want to cut him out, remove the convention arena background, ready to add in a background of my own. So once you've done your initial edit of the photo, and which in this case was done in Adobe Camera Raw, and it's ready, the first thing you need to do is duplicate the layer. So you can see on the right hand side there, I duplicate the layer, I select the bottom layer and I fill it with a bright colour, in this case a bright orange, so that when I start erasing the area around Boba Fett, you can see it's obvious what you've cut out and what you've not cut out, which is why I've chosen a bright orange to start with. So I then take the eraser tool and I erase it by hand. Now, there are lots of tools in Photoshop that allow you to cut out an image digitally, so that it's the program deciding what to cut out and what not to cut out. There's a couple of reasons why I do it this way. I mean, first off, this is a very complicated background. It's not obvious necessarily to a computer what you're trying to cut out. There's not, in places, some places are dark, some places are light. The computer would very easily get confused. So it's just easier to do it by hand, because even if you did it digitally, you'd still end up going round the figure and cutting bits out manually anyway. So I do the whole thing manual, and even if I shot it on a completely plain background, even then you might not get a totally clean cut out, and I just like doing it manually anyway. It means I can cut out the bits that I want to cut out, and I'm making the choices, not the computer. So that is why I do it. So I start off by going around the entire figure, doing a very rough cutout, as you can see, and then I'll zoom in to roughly about 200%. Choose a starting point, get my brush, and then start to cut him out. So going round the edges of the figure and cutting him out from the background. There's no need to be too precise here. The main thing is to get rid of the background, and so that when you look at it cut out, the figure looks right. So if you do cutting a bit too close on an area, don't worry too much. As long as it looks right, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to speed through to the end here for you. And so I've come round the entire figure to finish him off. And there we have it. He's cut out. I'm going to change it to a grey background, which also helps just to pick out, see if there's anything I've missed, which there doesn't seem to be. And that is it done. So that's the finished cutout, and that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching.